Chapter 23, Knife River National Historic Site in North Dakota. Casey pulled into the visitor center's parking lot just before 9 o'clock. He parked General P next to Beekler's vehicle and hung his helmet. A quick call to Hondo about watching for Gunner's boat, and he felt like he'd worked half a day already, which he realized was true. The skies were clear, and he prayed for pleasant weather later that night. He entered the back of the visitor center and heard Beekler's voice. Ni hao, Beekler said. Ni hao. Casey crept down the hallway and watched Beekler from around the corner. She was sitting on her stool leaning toward her computer screen. She clicked a button and the computer said, Ni hao ma, how are you? Beekler responded with, Ni hao ma? Ni hao ma? I'm doing terrible, that's how I'm doing. Why are there 5 different meanings for the word ma? She shook her computer screen. Just tell me how to say get the hell out of here in Chinese. I don't think your computer can hear you. Casey sat down next to her. How's the Mandarin lesson going? Worst training of my life. Beekler clicked on her mouse until her screen froze. One of my talk followers said Rosetta Stone is the way to go, but this program is brutal. I've been at it all morning, can barely say hello. Maybe you should follow some Chinese speakers on TikTok. What's your follower count up to now? Beekler restarted her computer. 160 strong, best week yet. She eyed him. Why are you so late today? You opened yesterday, but now you stroll in here after second breakfast on the eve of your most important day with the Park Service? What's with that? Sorry, my morning got away from me. Why is tomorrow so important? Well, first, if you would have arrived early, you could have talked to Geronimo this morning. What? Was he here again? No, he called. He didn't say why, just asked for you by name. I told him you weren't in yet, but was expecting you soon. You mean like one of his assistants called? No, like Billy Geronimo himself. Had a pleasant little chat about his visit here, and I told him I'd let you know when he called. Said he would try to catch up with you tonight if you went to his lecture. What? Casey couldn't fathom Geronimo calling him at work. Maybe his non-committal email response to Mariah about the oil security position caused Geronimo to step in. But Clemmy had said Geronimo was stressed and about to leave town, so why would he be calling me? Maybe to offer me a job in person before I leave, who knows? What about tomorrow? Beekler typed her password at the login screen. This thing would ever restart, I would show you, but I'll give you the gist. Your father emailed me this morning and used the red priority flag. He CC'd half the department heads on the email, said he invited a bunch of senators to a virtual briefing tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, sharp. Director Clay wants to show them why they need to approve funding for some of the more remote national park locations like Knife River, and he wants you to lead a live tour of our facility and grounds. What? Why me? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because you're his son and you're stationed at a remote location, the very type that needs more congressional funding. And this isn't some local state senators. These are real U.S. senators, including the 2 U.S. senators from North Dakota. No pressure, but this is going to be the biggest briefing of your life. Casey rubbed his forehead. Why would Dad ask me to do this? It doesn't make sense. How come we're just finding out about this now? It doesn't give us a lot of time to prep. These things just pop up sometimes. Beekler opened her email. I'm guessing there's a bill going through Congress and these senators probably asked for the briefing. That means 10 o'clock our time tomorrow. So you can't stroll in here at 9 thinking you're fine. I want you here by 8 pronto or earlier if possible. We'll rehearse all day today and do a last hour or 2 of run-throughs tomorrow morning. Got it? Yeah, I guess. This was the last thing Casey needed right now. His mind felt scattered, bouncing from Piper, Manitou, Hondo, Truckee, Chell, Outlaw Hunters, Gunner, 20K, Geronimo, Buffalo Man. He realized the Knife River Indian villages in his park ranger work weren't even top 10 in his brain cells. His sole desire pulling into work was to find an excuse to walk along the river with binoculars to look for Gunner, but he knew that wasn't happening. What do you mean, you guess? This is the single most important thing you can ever do as a junior ranger or any type of ranger. I'm going to prepare some slides and you work on the script. Double check the merchandise and make sure all the signs are in their proper places. We'll stay late if we have to. Casey muffled a sigh. Okay, let's do it. 2 hours into their practice session, Casey excused himself to take a call. Hurry back, Beekler said. Sliding into and closing an office door behind him, Casey answered. Hondo, what's up? Casey, listen up. I have eyes on Gunner. He stopped by his oil drill site but never unhooked his boat. He's driving across the Knife River Bridge right now pulling his boat. Can you see which way he turns? Hold on, I have to go out by the road. Casey wasn't sure how to tell Beekler, but he knew he had to follow Gunner. It wasn't even a mental response, it was physical. Hondo, you still there? I'm here, and Gunner's at the main highway. Hondo paused. He's turning left, heading toward you. If you hurry, you can follow him. On it, I'll stop by after. Casey hurried back to Beekler and pointed at his phone. Something came up. I can't really talk about it, but I have to run. Beekler leaped out of her chair. What? Where are you going? What happened? I'll try to explain later, but I have to go. Casey swiped his keys off the desk. But we need to keep prepping. We'll be fine. Gotta run. Casey sprinted outside and threw on his helmet. Scanning the highway, he saw the tint of sun hit a vehicle as it approached. Casey jumped on his bike and twisted his handlebars. Gunner sped past on the highway with a quick glance at Casey as Casey started his bike. Okay, give him some distance, just like Mr. Foxtrot told me. The silhouette of Gunner's truck and boat shrank as it barreled away on the highway. The instant Gunner rounded a turn, Casey popped his clutch and launched ahead, leaving a trail of skid marks.